Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZozoStockWatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list for Monday, the 1st of July. Yes, we kick off a new month, the first day of July tomorrow. Please watch the Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead. We go through what economic information is coming out. We talk about the China news and how that may affect the markets come this week and tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the news that's come out over the weekend and Friday, courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. Audio news throughout the day. Check their website out, thetradeexchange.com. We use it in my service each and every day at zozostockwatch.com. All right, let's go ahead and get into some of that news that came out after the bell on Friday. Life announces a 1 for 14 reverse split. That'll be effective on Monday. So for tomorrow, Life, L-I-F-E. You could see the intraday chart here when that news came out. Was moving down a little bit in the after hours on Friday. Tilray receives a new Health Canada cannabis license. That was on TLRY. I didn't see much action in the stock, so we'll see how it does. INPX files a 30 million S1 shelf offering for INPX. We did get that China news that came out over the weekend. I get into more of that in the previous video, but Trump says he'll allow China's Huawei to buy from U.S. suppliers. Trump says has agreed U.S. won't raise tariffs. China will buy U.S. farm goods. Trump and Xi hit pause on the trade war for talks on lasting deal. And then you can kind of pause the video, check out the rest of the comments that came out over the weekend from the G20 summit. We also had KEG receives a non-compliance from the NYSE, so that happened on Friday. WFT on the verge of bankruptcy for Weatherford. We also got, let's see, ATRA had some news. You could kind of pause the video here, read that for yourself on ATRA. Then we got a lot of comments and tweets from President Trump over the weekend in regards to Korea and China. Then we had the let's see, U.S. President Trump in no hurry for a trade deal with China. That also came out over the weekend. Will not increase existing tariffs to China. That coming from President Trump. And Trump also made history as the first sitting U.S. president to enter into North Korea, announces restart of the nuclear talks. And we had some insider purchases that came out on Friday. BECN, HIL, ABV, ABBV, a couple of them there by insider purchases by the directors. And we also had LILA with an insider, IMMU, MGM, and Run also with a insider purchase here, over 800,000 shares at $18.59. That's a solar company, RUN. All right, and that news courtesy of the Trade Exchange. By the way, I talked about this in the last video I did, the Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead. Make sure you check out that video. It'll be attached at the end of this video. China warns of a long road ahead for deal with the U.S. after ice breaking talks. That coming from Reuters. And this news all courtesy of the Trade Exchange, the news service that we use at zozostockwatch.com. Now, Friday we had a rebalancing in the Russell, and so some of these volumes, we'll have to see if we can trust them come Monday. But ACRX, big volume pop here, 11 million, over 11 million, nice move up, almost kind of a double bottom here around $2, popped it up on Friday on ACRX. So, like I said, there was a rebalancing for the Russell, and so a lot of stocks are going to have these volume pops. Like I said, I'll be watching for either pullbacks in them, a red to green move, or continuation moves over the high of the today. In this case, it would be $2.59. So let's see what this one wants to do. in on Monday trading. AKRX is another name. This one we have been watching. Kind of got hit here. One of these gap down stocks. Biotech name. It's been kind of curling here a little bit, trying to get up over the 200 SMA. On this, you have a high here of 546. Keep an eye on this one over 550. Maybe it wants to make a move on AKRX. Volume was 2.4 million on Friday. Now, with the China talks, if the markets are going to gap up, you're going to have names like AMD moving up. MU had their earnings last week. Nice strong three candles here, getting back over the 200 SMA. So we'll have that on watch. WDC is also another one in the data storage space. That you might want to keep an eye on over $48 a share. We'll move in sympathy to MU. STX Storage, Seagate Technologies is another one. Looks like it needs to get up over $48 also on STX. Some topping wicks on the daily chart here. And then some of the China names you'll have to keep an eye on. Baba, might probably will gap up on Monday. Baidu is another name that you might want to keep an eye on. It's a beaten down name. May turn the corner if the action is good on Monday due to the China and Trump trade war kind of truce, I guess. So keep an eye on some of these China names. Now, as far as some of the smaller China names, you have CIFS. Right, this one could make a move also. CNET is another small little China name that might want to pop up. Triple CL, although not showing a lot of volume on Friday, only 82,000 shares, but volume can come into some of these smaller China names. Some other like mid-sized China names. You have IQ, HUYA, also might be one to watch. Billy. These are recent IPOs also from last year. But all these are China names. Billy, HUYA. Keep an eye on all these names. JD is another China name that might want to make a continuation move here. So that's kind of some ideas there for the China names. And then back to our list, back to AQB. Been holding up quite well here, flagging, holding above the 10 SMA. Only 148,000 shares on Friday, but the setup is good here. Want to see some more volume. Maybe if we can get up over that 325 area for AQB. ATAI had some good volume. Now, once again, there was the Russell rebalance. Now, it makes a lot of fits and starts. Maybe if they want to get this one back over $3, maybe you get that continuation move in ATAI. Popped up, kind of gave a lot of the gains back. So we'll see on this one. Next one up is CDMO. We actually alerted this in the service on Friday, made a nice move up. Look at this big volume, 8.9 million shares in CDMO. Definitely worth keeping on watch. Not only tomorrow, but maybe the next few days, the next few weeks. CDMO. We do a stocks to watch video each night, so I'm sure we'll continue to watch this CDMO. In the IPO space, keep an eye on Chewy. Now, not an easy one to trade intraday, but if it can get up over 35.50, keep an eye on that one. By the way, if these videos are helping you out, down below this video is a like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like these videos. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you don't like the videos, well, they're free. So at least give us a like because the video is free. FRSX, we traded this one on Friday. Gave us a nice pop through $1.75, $1.80, pushed up almost to $3 here. FRSX, they had news also on Friday, so keep your eye on that one. Might want to make a move. A name I'm not in love with, but they recently did a recent one for 10 reverse split here back on June 5th, 1 for 10. So it was perking up a little bit. Volume only 111,000 shares, but maybe maybe if they can break this thing through $3, 2.95, $3, you might get some volume coming in on KOOL. Made a big pop up to $4 back here. So keep it on watch. It doesn't hurt to have it on a chart. LJPC. Popped up all the way up to $14. Now it's pulled back, holding above this $8 area, trying to turn back up here. The high on Friday, 957. So maybe over that 965 spot, a little under 1 million shares, but starting to turn the corner back up on LJPC. Keep it on watch. Another little recent IPO, the Starbucks of China, looks right now like it's battling that $20 area. If they can get LK up over $20, might be interesting. Now, we talked about this one when it was down here and over $16 on the video. We got a nice move up, pulled back, holding above $18. Now turning back up, getting back above the 10 SMA. Keep an eye on this one if it can get up over those whole numbers there. Lulu, if you like the bigger names, always a steady stock here. Lulu, a Canadian stock, has the 10 SMA on this name at 182.44. So maybe 182.50. 3 million shares came into it on Lulu. Always lines outside their stores packed, and you don't see a lot of sales going on at Lulu. So this thing has been very strong. Keep your eye on LULU. MCRB, back to some of the small ones. Now, once again, this could be because of the Russell rebalancing that happened on Friday, but we did get a volume pop here. We'll see if it's real or not come Monday. For me, it would have to get up over this high here, 350 on MCRB, a beaten down name trying to turn the corner there. Over in the software application space, you have MDB. Last time it pulled back to about the 50 SMA. Look at this nice move it gave you. So here we are again, getting a pullback to the 50 SMA. If it can take out the highs of this candle here at around 152.78, call it 153. If it can get back over 153, you could get a further move up here. The 5 EMA currently on this chart is at 155.61. So if you do get in there at 153, you do want it to get through that 155, 156 next for MDB, sorry. Once again, these videos are for educational purposes. Any of these trades that you take on your own are your trades, all right? We're just pointing out some ideas here for education, so keep your eye on that MDB. MLNT, nice flagging going on here, still below a declining, sloping down 200 SMA. You have that $8 up ahead. Friday, 3.2 million shares came into this name. Keep it on watch. The highs on this were 672, maybe 680 or so on this name for MLNT. NBEV looks like it's trying to maybe form a bottom here, so around that 430 area on NBEV. So maybe a tight risk to reward here on NBEV if you want to jump in here, and then it takes out these previous lows of about 425 or so. That would be your out. And currently trying to get back above the 20 SMA, 11 million shares came into NBEV. Might be some institutional buying there in that name, so keep it on watch. NKTR, trying to turn the corner, another beaten down name. Pushed up, pulled all the way back down. It's coming out of this consolidation, 2.5 million, maybe over 36 on this one. Worth a look. Play it small if you mess around with that one. PIRS, another biotech. Now, I actually found this one. I was looking at Peer, right? Peer, one imports, and I typed in PIRS by accident, and this one had a volume pop on Friday. If this thing ever gets over $5, you could get a really nice move out of this. PIRS, biotech name, worth a look. Once again, again, though, we could have had that volume come from Russell rebalance here, but if this thing ever gets up over $5, might be worth a look. PRPO also popping on Friday. A beaten down name, but has been as high as $11, has been pulling back in this falling wedge pattern now, starting to get up over the 5, the 10, still has the 20 SMA up ahead. So keep an eye on this one for the next few days, few weeks. PRVB. H.C. Wainwright was out positive on this name, has that 1275 area up ahead on PRVP. So keep an eye on it. It's holding above this $11 area on the name. And like I said, it's popped, had some big pops in it. Maybe worthwhile to keep on a chart for the next week or so. Real is an IPO that came out on Friday. All right, as you can see here, we have that $30 area that was resistance on it. We pulled back to about $27. We're kind of in the middle of the range. Maybe if it can get back over 29.50 for REAL, recent IPO, they might pop that one. RWLK, a little bit of buying came into it on Friday. It's pulled back to a 50 SMA in around that $4 area. Keep an eye on this one if they can get it back over the highs from Friday. Stitch Fix, right? Also looking pretty good here. It's had this nice gap up since the earnings. It's been holding up. They have a $32 area up ahead, 32.29. Keep an eye on SFIX, holding up very well after their earnings. SORL, Auto Parts Company. This one getting back above the 50 SMA, kind of making that U-turn, that curl here. Only 100,000 shares though, so that's an issue. All right, but keep it on watch on that name. WKHS, we actually got nice trades out of this one last week at zozostockwatch.com. But for now, it needs to get up over this $3.25 area, $3.30 area. It's holding up well, but a lot of fits and starts in this, a lot of eyes on it. But keep an eye. If it can break out over that 330 area, may finally go. Work. Another recent IPO. We'll go ahead and look at this on the intraday chart. Look at this close on work on Friday. Big push up here to 37.40, 37.50 area into the close on Friday. So if they can get this one back over 37.50, could make a continuation move. Looks like support is around 36.60, 36.50. Would like a pullback to that. That would be interesting also. But definitely one work, WRK. Slack Technologies, recent IPO. U.S. Steel is another name you might want to keep an eye on, a little more conservative play. It's been kind of bouncing here, turning up. If it can get up over 15.50 or so, 15.55, you might get a continuation move, possible swing trade in that one. Let's check out Cliffs, also breaking out here, was consolidating under this, we'll call it 1030 area now, pushing up. So keep an eye on CLF. This one also moving up, nice volume came into it on Friday. Looks like we've been up here before around 1075. If this thing takes out 1080 or 11 bucks, could make a nice move. There was a high back here of 1108. So if you want to wait for it to break that 1108 spot, that could be understandable too. But keep an eye on Cliffs and letter X, US Steel, all holding above the 50 SMA now, declining 200 SMA here on letter X, so keep that in mind. CLF is above the 200 SMA, so maybe a little bit better play here in Cliffs. And then XBIO, one of those volume surges on Friday. Recent split on this one. On the 25th of June, they did a 1 for 12 reverse split, which means they took shares out of the market, lowered the float. So they popped this one up on Friday. See this expanding volume, big push up there. So we'll keep it on watch. Maybe it's a pump and dump, but we'll keep an eye on XBIO. ZYNE also trying to turn the corner here, pulled back to the 50 SMA, trying to turn back up. Like it if it can get get up over this $14 area on ZYNE. It's about 7 minutes after 6 p.m. Eastern Time, my time. This is the futures, overnight futures. They just opened up a few moments ago. Currently up about 200 points on the Dow futures, S&P futures up 22, Nasdaq futures up 93 points. For the Nasdaq, once again, this coming from investing.com. The news being received warmly so far in early trading on the futures. We'll see how we open up in the morning. That's your stocks to watch list, courtesy of Mike at zozostockwatch.com. Have a very good day trading tomorrow. We'll be back at it with another video tomorrow night. Please hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell if you'd like to be notified when we do videos. Once again, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Have a good day trading tomorrow. We'll be back at it with another video. And be careful out there. Big pop in the futures so far tonight on the China Trump news.